So, for those of you who don't know us, we are Sally
and Rebecca,
Gabi's lifelong friends, partners in crime, and of course, the co-maid of honors. And although you may be slightly intoxicated right now, I can assure you that you're not seeing double. We are also twins. But in all seriousness, we are both very honored and humbled to be here celebrating Gabi and Dan with all of you today, and toasting the amazing couple who also just completed a marathon last week.
I hope you both can still dance.
We first met Gabi at the age of 8 on the soccer field, and to be perfectly honest, from the second Gabi stepped foot on the soccer field, we instantly hated her. Okay, maybe hate is a strong word, but her ability to dominate the play was enough to make us some envious little girls. So, naturally, as any jealous girl would do, we befriended her. For the next 10 years, we spent countless days together. Soccer practices and tournaments grew into Soccer practices and tournaments grew into playdates, and playdates grew into sleepovers, and sleepovers grew into endless summers at 4-H camp, and those innocent summer camp days grew into
some very clean and legal fun.
Legal now.
And just like that, we eventually grew from teammates to best friends. So it's no surprise that Gabi couldn't just choose one of us to be her maid of honor based on all the memories we have shared.
Over these years, we did as most teenage girls would do, especially ones who spent practically every weekend together. So of course, we spent most of our time gossiping about school, boys, and the typical teenage drama, all listening to Dashboard Confessional, the quintessential emo band of the 2000s. Eventually, high school rolled around, and our days began to fill with more soccer, homework, and new friends. And Gabi, the overachieving soccer star, pianist, and AP... I had to ask her to pronounce that earlier today. An AP course taking lady that she was did not make that much easier. And with our overflooding schedules also came the overflooding high school drama. It's fair to say that all three of us had our share of heartbreak during this time. Of course, back then, it felt like the end of the world. The heartbreak must have gotten to a point that was so bad that we actually went out of our way to create a holiday. This holiday was called Anti-Valentine's Day. I know it sounds scary, but don't worry, it's not like we hated love, but who likes being alone and single on Valentine's Day? So every Valentine's Day, we would get together and share cards and candy and chocolate, but to be honest, we mostly bashed any boy who had or who may have dared to break any of our hearts. Dan? I think you'd like to know that with full contentment that we never had to worry about you, but it better stay that way.
After high school and college, Gabi made the brave decision to move from Brooklyn to California. We remember the first time hearing about Dan. They had met one night through mutual friends. From the sounds of it, they hit it off immediately. But Gabi, being the fearless Brooklynite she is, had to make the first move. Big surprise! After a while, we had heard a great deal about this Dan guy and decided, well, we better go check this one out. So, with little hesitation, we booked a flight to San Francisco to visit for a long weekend. I remember Dan came sightseeing with us and graciously drove us to all the different locations we wanted to see. Never once complaining, and I must say, when you get us three ladies in the car together, chatting about the good old days and singing at the top of our lungs, hands down, this is the best day I can ever remember. That is a feat in itself. We'd only known Dan for 3 days when we had to leave San Francisco, but we knew something was special about him by the way Gabi looked and smiled at Dan constantly and the way he looked at her back.
Dan, us three girls have 21 years of friendship under our belts. Within those 21 years, Sally and I have never seen a man treat Gabi the way that you do. From making her the best turducken of her life, to countless trips to Burning Man and other exotic locations, You sincerely love Gabi unconditionally and treat her like the all-star that she has always been. Not only that, you have always treated us with so much respect and all those that surround Gabi. You have helped to mold Gabi into the best version of herself. Generous, hardworking, happy, and confident. And we cannot be more thankful for that. We cannot help but be ecstatic that you two found each other. We know that Gabi will be in the best of hands for the rest of her life.
So everyone, please join us in raising our glass and toasting the once-in-a-lifetime couple, Gabriella and Dan. We hope you live happily ever after.